when we are talking about why analysis, so basically it's a process of keep on asking why, maybe why. So the first why, we usually use to ask based on the observation we see, like those symptoms that is obvious to us. Then we ask the first why. Then we get an answer because of what, followed by another why this will happen. Usually when we get through a few cycles, maybe 3 to 5, you will get towards a number that is very close to the root cause. Getting you to ask more why, you'll get to know more details around the problem, around the symptoms, so you can get nearer to the root cause. Then you can solve the problem much more easier. And of course, one of the tips we have is trying to ignore natural reasons, focus on man-made reasons, so that we can actually make a change. Okay, we cannot say that, hey, because today is raining, that's why I cannot do this and that. So it is something about the weather and it's a bit hard for us to control. So we usually do it in a way that is allowing us to control. Like for example, why the chair have a squeaky sound? Because the chair leg is not firm. Then we follow by the second why. Why is the chair leg is not firm? Then the answer may be the leg doesn't have a good connections. Then next why the chair leg don't have a good connections? Then you can find nearest to it. Maybe the wood is rotten, or the screw is not tightened, is moving. Then you have two answers. Fine. You can still continue to ask that two answers. Why the wood is rotten? No proper protections, no painting, or no covering. Why the screw is moving? Is it not tightened? Is it rusted? Or what? So whenever you go through the cycle, you will get a lot of different answers. Some of the people will decide to stop at level 3, or I know the wood is rotten, I'll change the whole wood. Or some people, it will go all the way until the end, because there's no painting on the chair. So we decide to change the rotten wood and to paint the remaining chair with all the painting to make sure there is a layer of protections so that it won't repeat again in the future. So this is how WhyWhy analysis run. Giving another example, there's no light when the switch is being turned on. I turn on the switch, no light. Why? Why is it happening? This diagram is trying to showcase a multiple root cause or multiple answer WhyWhy analysis. So it can branch to multiple way, and by using this method, you will able to have a very good view or visions on what is overall happening. So why there's no light on when we switch on the light? Is it the power is not coming in? Is it like the light bulb is broken? Or is it the switch itself is broken? Three part. So when I ask myself, hey, I don't have light, but I still have fan. So it looks like power is not a problem. Fine, stop asking why for power. When the light bulb is broken, you can continue to ask for more questions. But let me jump to the switch as well. So if the switch on the switchboard able to switch on fan other than light, it doesn't seem like the switch itself is broken, right? So we narrow down to focus on light bulb broken. So we check on why the light bulb is broken. Is it because the socket is cracked, or the LED or the fluorescent inside the light bulb is broken? Yeah, this is part of the reason. Then when we continue to the fourth level of asking, so the socket crack may be due to like mechanical shocks, like somebody just throw a ball and hit to it, or play a badminton and hit it, or just earthquake or mechanical shocks, anything that can bring him shocks. It's a potential reason. But it seems like I don't really like the answer. I feel like this is not the real root cause. So I go another route, LED broken. Okay, let's say if the LED is broken, there is a few ways. Maybe there is a suddenly shoot up of the power, then causing the LED overcurrent and it cannot handle. So it just bursts. Or another way, the LED has been on for like 24 hours and it's too long. End of the day, it's too hot. The room is very hot and it just melted. It can be LED overheat. So we feel that, yeah, probably. Because these two, usually we won't really care about it, or we don't really realize it until we really go through it. So if the current is spiked, maybe there is no proper protections towards the current circuit. So there is a spike, or there's a power spike from the grid. We usually say that as a lightning. So whenever lightning, there is a current spike go through all the electrical devices. So can we do something to fix this? No, because if lightning is striking to us, there's not something we can do, right? Remember, natural phenomenon we cannot solve. So back to the poor currents protections. Can we do a fuse on the light bulb? Possible. To protect it whenever it's over current, that you burn the fuse instead of burning the LED. True. Possible. Something we can do. On the LED overheat side, if the temperature of the room is too high, can we do something like turning on the fan, turning on the aircon, or trying to off it when you're not in use? Yeah, possible. I can turn it off. When the heat source, other heat source is very near to the object. Let's just say, I don't know, you are having a light bulb right above the electric kettle that boils water, or on top of a stove that you're cooking. It might be making the LED overheat and melt. So can we shift that? Yeah, that's something we can do on. So overall, this example trying to show the multiple branches WhyWhy analysis and hoping that you can go through multiple root cause and trying to get towards the one that you can work on. Then you can fix it.